Hello.
Hey y'all, welcome back. It's your girls.
Yes, hello. Asha.
Fnan.
Nice to see you back here again.
Yes.
A lot of stuff happened this week, but not as much as last week, but we're still recording. So we're going to kick things off with the R. Kelly interview with Gayle King that he had, was it yesterday or earlier today?
The interview was released this morning, but I don't know when it was done.
Okay. So I watched a little bit of it this morning, mostly just reading a lot of stuff. I hate this guy. I hate him.
Canceled.
I want him to go to jail. Hopefully he goes to jail soon. And I think he is. I actually read something today that they arrested him for owing $161,000 back pay. I don't know what that is.
That's how much he owes?
In child support.
And he was complaining in an interview, I just want to see my children. Nigga, you can't even pay your bills on time.
His kids don't even like him.
I'm sure they don't. That's really sad.
Yeah, it is really sad. I hate him.
I hate him too. So I watched the interview too, and it just, if you've ever seen a lying-ass nigga before, it correlates. Like, this interview correlates with a lying-ass nigga. It's just, like, really annoying that he was super defensive about everything, and, like, even at one point when he got up and, like, I don't know, got up and was like, this is not me, like, pounding his chest, and it's like, it was, why are you doing this? It's like, you're being super defensive, and it just proves how guilty you are.
Yeah.
And the thing too, he kept saying, like, I already beat my case. It doesn't mean shit, my nigga. It doesn't mean shit.
Doesn't mean anything.
No.
Does not mean anything.
It doesn't mean anything at all. And yeah, he's just canceled. Karma's coming back around. He kept saying, I did this for 30 years. And I'm
like, who asked you to?
Nobody asked you to. Gayle did a really good job interviewing him. She was super composed, and
better than I would be.
She was like, Robert, while he was yelling, Robert. I was like, you better. She was so calm. It was, like,
she was hella calm.
Like,
she was very composed.
If I were in that situation, I'd be like, I need to go.
I need to go because I'm about to kill him.
Yeah. So shout out to Oprah for training her on the interview.
Yes.
Also, there was one part in the interview where he was like, I need help. And she's like, what do you need help with? And he was like, I need help understanding why I have such a big heart. And then she was like, what she said, she was like, Robert, it sounds like you're victimizing yourself right now. And I was like, yes.
And that's often what abusers do.
Yeah. He was just very manipulative in the interview, and I really hope that he gets the time in jail. Or wherever the fuck he needs to go. Whatever.
I definitely agree. He also had his girlfriends who said that they're not being held against their will, which, like, is a crock of shit. Like, who believes that? Like, you guys have been in his control and, like, held from your families, like, because of him for so long. It's Stockholm Syndrome.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And I feel really, really bad for them because they do seem very brainwashed. They say that, you know, they want to be with R. Kelly, like, all this stuff. And I'm just like, who believes you? I don't understand that. Like, I feel so bad because they are victims. They deserve to be taken seriously. But their families have they've been trying to save them for a long time, and they're just not really up for that.
But I don't know, a family with me too makes me feel like how do you get your kids to get in that situation?
True.
So we kind of have to look at I look at the parents with a side eye, like how did this even happen in the first place? Like, what did you let them do to, like, get to that position, right? Cause
yeah.
I'm sure, I don't know. I feel like we have to also help hold those parents accountable for awful parenting.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. But also, okay, so in, like, a part of the interview, R. Kelly had said, what kind of parents, like, sell their kids to a grown-ass man? It's like, what kind of grown-ass man is buying kids? Like...
Also, it's, like, insinuating that, like, you bought that?
Yeah, which is trafficking.
And you also, like, why would you say that on this interview? If you're, like, what, like, he wasn't thinking when he said that shit.
No.
I'm pretty sure.
Like, if you're trying to prove yourself innocent, why are you saying that you're buying kids?
Yeah.
You shouldn't be buying, and humans should not be for sale.
Exactly.
In general, but ew.
And then he kept like defending the fact that like he is like seeing 2 girls right now. He's like, you know, I've seen 50-year-old men with 6 different girls, so don't even try and get at me for that. And you know, I was just like,
and those guys are disgusting.
nigga.
Like, you're doing gross.
You are disgusting.
We'll
It's
get
just awful.
everything that's coming to him.
Yeah. It took 30 years, but it's gonna happen.
It's going to happen.
Just seeing those tears, it just...
Those tears didn't mean shit
It didn't
to
mean
me.
shit. It meant like desperation.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Yeah. No, I agree. I also hate looking at Instagram comments when something like this happens.
Oh,
because
some stuff on Instagram?
Yeah, just because like the shade room, the shade room's comments are like the depths of hell. They really are. Like people there are so yeah, like I think it's honestly good to unfollow the shade room, like just for your mental health, because no. Cancel. They're canceled. And it's only just because of the comments. Like normally when they post stuff, they'll ask a question at the end. They'll be like, what do you think about this? And it's like everyone's like, it's Instagram, so everyone has an opinion and everyone's allowed to comment. And sometimes y'all be ignorant. I don't like the people that are defending R. Kelly just because of his music. Like,
it's scary too, and like after he like was in jail for that small time period, like his streaming numbers increased for like 15%. Like that's disgusting.
Why? Yeah, like why are you streaming? Is this music really that good for you guys to be holding on?
Yeah, like, you know, Step in the Name of Love was my song for a while, but now like I'm just like, Step, you're 13, you're probably stepping in the name of love with a 13-year-old, so I can't get with it, you know? So that's why I've canceled all of his music.
All of it?
I've blocked all of that. Chef West, canceled.
Very canceled.
R. Kelly, canceled. All of those, like, abuser artists, I can't.
We can't listen to you. We just can't. We're not going to allow that. And also for everyone that's defending him, what would you do if, like, your kid was in this position? With a grown-ass man who has a lot of power and, you know, hurts your child. Like, what would you do? I kind of think about that all the time when I, you know, read stuff, or even when I was watching the documentary.
That's because you're a great human.
Yeah, like, that's just because we're normal. Like, we understand that it's painful, it's hurtful, and we don't need people like that walking around this earth. Exactly.
Yeah, free.
They don't need to be free.
Yeah.
So, we just have to say, send that nigga to jail.
Send that nigga to jail.
Period.
Put him into the bars. And then put another box with bars.
Solitary confinement is what he deserves, honestly.
Please.
And it looks like
maybe he can learn how to read in there too.
Yes, maybe. Hopefully, he does learn how to read.
He can read the Bible too. I don't know.
Yeah. Like he was arrested today, so hopefully there's actually something that comes out of this.
Yeah.
I just hope. We'll see.
Yeah.
We don't really know, but we'll see.
Speaking of messed up humans, Michael Jackson, Leaving Neverland documentary. That shit had me so fucked up.
Me too.
I need to not swear, but it's fine.
No, it's fine.
But yeah, that interview, I mean, like, I didn't watch the full thing. It was pretty disturbing for me to fully watch the whole thing, but I believe those victims, and now I look at Michael Jackson in a whole different way. It's kind of like heartbreaking kind of for me, just because like I really adored this guy. And I don't know, at the time when he was being, what was he was acquitted for this, right?
Mm-hmm.
At the time of that, I believed him, you know, because I adored Michael Jackson, but like hearing these victims' stories, just hearing how traumatized they were, it just made me believe it, and it's really, really sad. And I don't know, do you know if it was Oprah who set up this documentary?
Yeah. Yeah, she's had part in helping create this documentary, and then she also, so there's two parts to this documentary. It's on HBO. If you can't bring yourself to watch it, that's okay. That's what we're here for. We watched it for you. We did our homework.
Yeah.
But Oprah interviews both of them and their moms.
Who were part two?
After part two. So it was like,
okay.
I think it was called After Neverland.
Mm.
And that's on HBO too. And she interviewed both of them and the moms, and their moms were also in the documentary. So I watched this. Yeah, I watched this last night. I think you watched it last night too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we did our homework, and two of the kids, or two of the men, they're grown men now. One of them, his name was Wade. The other one's named James. Mm-hmm. Wade met Michael Jackson through, he won a dance competition in Australia, where he's from. So he won a dance competition, and so like he got to meet Michael, and then Michael just kind of became infatuated with him. It's kind of weird to say, but like they just became friends.
Really was that though, yeah.
Yeah, and then James met him.
How old was he? He was 9.
He was 9. Yeah. He met him through a commercial.
Weird.
Yeah.
Hell.
And so, yeah, like how everything starts out is like Wade got to dance on stage with Michael Jackson during the Bad tour, which was like so epic. Like that's all a kid would ever dream of, especially if it's a kid, like a singer and a dancer that you look up to.
He was like big and popping. There was no one bigger than Michael Jackson.
In the 80s, there was no one bigger. And so, of course, the mom, like Wade's mom, was like, "Yeah, we'll do that." And I guess after one of the shows, Michael asked Wade and his mom to go up to the hotel room with him, which nothing bad happened there, but like...
It was like the little trailer park or something like that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then I guess with both of the victims and their moms, the moms both said that Michael always made a point to them that he was always very lonely, or like he always wanted friends and he didn't have anyone. So maybe that's also why the moms felt sad for him. Like, it was like, okay, well, if you want to be friends with my son, like, if it makes you feel less lonely.
Also, they were, like, thinking, too, about, because one of the kids, I forget their names, they were trying to make him big in commercials and stuff like that, so she was like, if this is going to be an open opportunity for him to get these types of deals.
Yeah, that was James, yeah.
And so that's why she was really interested in doing that too. Of course, too, he's Michael Jackson, so it's like
he has all of the open doors.
Yeah.
Like he could create a career for these kids.
Yeah.
And I think the moms were very wrapped up in the fact that their kid could be famous, their kid could bring, a lot of good things, and this was just kind of like an in to the industry, which is through the biggest pop star at the time. So I don't think they really thought anything of it.
But there were some questionable things that they should have been
Definitely.
And I think they realized it in the documentary, but in the heat of it all, they just were like...
They're just like, my kid wants to be friends with Michael Jackson wants to be kids with my friend. Or friends with kids.
But it's so weird though, that he wants to be friends with these kids that are 9 years old.
Yeah.
Why do you have business and be, you're a grown-ass man.
You're a grown man. And, if anything, you can pay for friends because you have the money to.
Yeah.
And I don't hate Michael Jackson. I love Michael Jackson. I love his music. I love all of that. This documentary has definitely made me see him in a different light, just because of, okay, so he's not alive to defend himself. That's
right.
We know that. But what are these victims gaining from telling us their story now? They didn't say anything when, you know, they may not have said anything when he was alive, but it's not like they're asking for money. They're just wanting to tell their story, and they never really had the chance to, or maybe no one was listening to them when he was alive, because at the time, like, why would they believe you over him? And that's kind of how I see it. Like, they ended up believing Michael anyway, because he was acquitted in 1993 and in 2005. So it's like he was dealing with this twice. I also was watching, and both of the kids' moms, or both of the men's like moms said
they didn't believe their kids, right?
They said
the dads didn't. I feel
the dads,
or one of them.
Yeah, like, well, also that, but also like Michael would just come over to their house a lot, or spend hours on the phone with them, or and then the moms were just like, he just acted like a 9-year-old little boy. Like, I just thought he was like a boy in a man's body. Which is like, okay, like, what?
Yeah, like, I remember her mentioning, oh, that he went into the kids' closets and, like, giggled. And, like, saw the kids' rooms and giggled. It was weird.
It was weird.
Also, what was weird, too, is when Michael called, I don't remember, it was the first person that they talked about, was it James or whatever? I don't remember. I'm bad at names. There's a part in the doc where, I don't know if it's doc, but whatever. There was a part in Leaving Neverland where Michael had called one of the kids and asked for him to, like, record a video of him dancing.
That was James,
Yeah. And they realized then, like, looking back at it now, that it was, like, a tape for, like, him to, like, look at so that he could, like, confirm if he really, like, this little child, which is really twisted.
It's really disgusting.
And disgusting and perverted. And, and then when they got into, like, all of the things that Michael has done to them, like, sexually, it was really vulgar, and
it was heartbreaking.
It was really uncomfortable to hear, and it totally just altered my feelings about Michael Jackson, for sure. I don't know that, like, I can listen to his music without thinking of those things now.
Right.
So,
me too.
Yeah.
I think the same thing. There's never really a situation where I don't believe a victim. Like, if you're a victim of sexual abuse, I will believe you. Yeah, because unless it's absolutely obvious that you're lying, and I don't think it's obvious for them, just because why would they choose now to, like, share their story? Neverland's closed. We don't really talk about Michael all that much anymore. Like, I mean, he's still, like, a huge influence, but we don't really talk about him all that much. So it's like, I just don't see, like, why they would lie. And they were very detailed in the abuse and how it would happen every day.
Extremely detailed.
Extremely, yeah. It's like to the point where I needed to, like, turn it off. Like, it was a lot. And like, I just don't think that they would be lying about this. And it was.
Do they have anything really to gain? Like,
no.
Will they get a lot of money off of this?
I don't think so. Like, if anything, they're getting a lot of hate from all of Michael Jackson's fans, which is probably what they didn't want anyway. But they probably expected it for it to happen, since, like, who cares about them too? When Michael's, like, still very prevalent in music, very like a huge influence to a lot of artists, a lot of our favorite artists.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really unfortunate that this situation happened to these kids. It may have happened to even more kids that are just silent right now. Maybe hopefully they can come out about this, just to also maybe help other folks confirm, help other folks, like, understand that, hey, like, Michael did do some twisted things, like, this is the proof that we have. Feel bad for those victims. Yeah, I hope they get peace, with themselves. Because I remember, so in one part, I think it was, like, towards the end, Wade was talking about how he was invited. So, like, a little bit of backtrack. Wade left Australia with his mom and his sister because Michael asked them to come move to LA for, I don't know, whatever reason, so they could be closer. And I guess it really
affected Wade's dad, and it was because of his mom. Like, she was like, no, I'm leaving. I'm going to go because Michael asked me to. Which is, like, such a weird thing to do. Like, really? Just because a pop star asks you to move to the States, you're going to do that? You're going to leave your husband? Mm-hmm. And so she left, and I guess her husband he was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. And he just didn't deal with the fact of, like, his son leaving and, like, just their whole family, like, packing up and leaving for whatever reason very well. And it affected him emotionally, mentally, that she just packed up and left. And then they went to LA, and Wade was talking about how, like, they got an apartment, even though, like, Michael told them that it was going to be all set up for them. They had to find their own apartment. They had to, like, put a credit card on file, even though Michael promised them that everything would be taken care of. And what else did they say? Wade was asked to come see him on the black or white music video shoot. And that's when he was first introduced to Macaulay Culkin, who he felt was, like, taking his spot as Michael's friend. So he said there was definitely jealousy, and he felt like he was being replaced. And the same thing happened with James. There was, like, another kid involved that, like, was kind of taking the attention. Yeah, that was kind of taking the attention of Michael, and so Michael kind of stopped focusing on them and putting more of attention into these new kids. Which, I mean, as a kid, you're probably just, like, heartbroken over that, like, especially when they had the kind of relationship that they did. Yeah. So I feel horrible for this. Like, I feel so bad. I hope that they find the peace within themselves, you know, in this lifetime. Yeah. Because that's a really difficult thing to go through.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I was just really heartbroken watching it, only because, like, we really grew up with him. Yeah. And he is so loved by everyone in this world. Like, when he died, it was like an event in this world. Like, it was like everyone knew where they were when he died, because that's how important and
monumental.
Yes.
Is that the right word?
Monumental.
I said monumental.
It was a good documentary. I think it was well made. And the fact that, like, Oprah had a part in making it kind of goes to show, like, she was a good friend of Michael's, but I don't know, she's also a good friend of the facts. And these are just facts. Yes. No printer. So, did we watch Jordyn Woods' interview?
Oh my god. Yeah.
We did?
I did.
What did we think?
I just want to shout out Jada Pinkett Smith.
We love you.
We don't care about the Kardashians. We care
Even
about
though we spent, like, an hour.
Smiths. I know. We spent literally an hour in our video talking shit about the Kardashians. I'm literally going to say that. Kardashians. But I just love Jada Smith because she, like, introduced Jordyn as this independent woman. Like, she introduced Jordyn as being a woman of her own, not being a woman that was, like, clouded by this family. And I really appreciated that. And I don't know, it's, like, tough how I feel about this, about what happened with Jordyn, because, like, she was drunk. She admitted that. She wasn't belligerently drunk. But she admitted to, like, cozying up to Chloe's man, which is, like, a no-no. And then at the very end where he kissed her, I don't know, I just feel like there's gaps in this story. But, like, I'm on her side, and I really like that Jada came through and just kind of changed the whole perspective, I think. Yeah. Because, like, before then, they were just hating on Jordyn for, like, ever. Like, there were so many memes about her. I mean, there's still probably memes about her, too. But to the point where, like, you know, her family can't go outside without being harassed by paparazzi or by anyone. So I'm glad that she came out and, you know, spoke her truth, and she hasn't said anything since then. She's kept it pretty classy. Even though this was a very classless situation, she's kept
she's been very professional and adult-like, unlike that bitch Chloe.
Yeah. Can we talk about Jordyn's beat though? Like,
she looked so bomb.
She looked so bomb.
She looked so bomb.
Oh my god, like, she looked so bomb. I don't know what she had on her lips. I need that lip gloss. No.
No, it can't be.
It's no. It's fancy.
It's fancy.
I can't believe you said that. Anyways, where did it actually?
She probably has so much Kylie makeup though. Like,
yeah, she does.
So much free
she has like.
She has her own line.
She has a line with her too.
Half off. No one's buying Kylie shit anymore. Actually, they are.
Yeah, they are. She's $1 billion. Anyways, we don't. Self-made. She's self-made. Anyways,
I thought it was so immature for Chloe to just respond like that and saying that she was the reason that the family broke up. Bitch, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
He cheated on you and you're pregnant.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
He's been looking for a way to get out. For some reason, I don't know why. Earring backs?
You are so funny. Oh my god.
But no, I never had an issue with Jordyn Woods. I always really liked her. Like, she was cool. After watching this interview, though, definitely believe her. I do think there are gaps in the story.
She didn't fully explain everything that happened. She was like, we snuggled a little bit, like I crossed legs with him, and then it was 7 a.m. and he kissed me. I was like...
Like, were you sleeping from that time? You fell asleep? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It sounds like victim blaming. We're not even trying to do that. We're just, like, literally watching this, and I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
But I'm glad that she came out and said what she thought, or what, actually happened. I believe her. Tristan's not said shit. So I'm just going to take her side of the story and go with it.
And, like, if what happened really happened, if what she said really happened, then I feel like Chloe should be more open to, like, understanding Jordyn a little bit. I mean, like, I would be pissed off, too.
For sure.
But, like, I don't know. Like, it sounds like it was really Tristan that started all of this.
Yeah.
There's been like rumors that they've actually been like hooking up for months. I don't know if I believe that.
Yeah. I heard that too. Jeffree Star, like the makeup artist.
Who's canceled.
Who's canceled. We hate him. But I watched a video that he did like after this interview came out where he said the whole city of Calabasas knows that they've been hooking up for. I think, yes, Jeffree is disgusting, but like, what would he lie about? Why would he lie about this? Why would he just say the whole city, like put the whole city of Calabasas on blast?
Well, the thing is like, why didn't he say this before?
Yeah.
If you knew this, why wouldn't you say this before?
I feel like everything.
I just feel like he's always trying to get clout somewhere. I mean, he already has his own clout because he's just like this controversial, like awful, like makeup artist. But like, I don't believe anything that comes out of that trash man's mouth. Your skin's scary. You look like an alien. How is he that big? He has like, how many like followers does he have? Hold on, I just need to
since MySpace.
But I don't get it.
I don't either.
He like acts like he tries to like, he has 13 million subscribers. And he looks like an alien. And his like makeup game is not even that great. I'm sorry, you don't even know how to blend your eyeshadow that correctly. I'm sorry.
Gross.
Anyways.
No, yeah, I agree. There was also a moment in the interview where Jordyn said that she shouldn't have gone to Tristan Thompson's house.
Mm-hmm.
She said, that's where I went wrong the first time. I shouldn't have been there. Like, how would I feel if, like, my friend is at my ex's house? And it's like, at least you're admitting...
She's accountable.
That you're, she's responsible for what happened. She knew that she knew that she shouldn't have been there, which is important because, accountability is everything. Like, you should just take responsibility for your actions, and she did that.
Unlike Tristan, he said fake news.
Yeah,
and
he
then
said
deleted
fake
the
news.
tweet.
Yeah, he's ugly for that. He's so ugly for that. As well as, I think, I don't know, like, I just believe Jordyn, and I think it's so important to note also, just like, on Twitter, when all of this stuff was happening, Black women really came in defense of Jordyn, even though she, you know, she's been on like the Kardashian side for so long and been a family friend. When all of this happened, they all just went after her, and so did all of their fans. And black women always were just like, well, we got you. Like, even if it is...
The camaraderie.
Yeah, even if it is like, a lie, like...
We got you.
We got you.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I really love that about black women in general, just black people in general. They always have each other's backs, and I'm so proud of you, black woman.
Yeah, I'm so proud of us.
And,
Black magic.
yeah.
Speaking of black magic, Solange Knowles album. Do you like how I transitioned into
We like that. She is black magic. We love her.
And black excellence.
Black excellence for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
How do you feel about the album?
I thought it was great. I haven't stopped listening to it since it came out. When she just announced that it was coming, I was like, oh my gosh.
I need you to take my checking account.
Take all of my money.
Take all of my, if you can take my credit limit. It's not much.
It's okay.
You can take it all.
It's okay.
When I saw that wig from behind and those cheeks, I was like, oh my god.
I'm shook.
Something great is happening.
I'm shook.
And then, have you seen, do you have Apple Music still?
Mm-hmm.
So do you don't have Spotify at all?
Mm-mm.
Sis, the visuals that are on
yeah,
Spotify?
yeah. Sometimes I used to be really annoyed with Spotify when I would just be like, I just want to see the goddamn album cover. But now they're actually starting to do visuals. And
like,
yeah, they're really pretty.
Like, what? She looks so great in here. Hold on, we gotta pause this because we're not trying to get a copyright.
No. But no, yeah, Spotify's been doing that for a long time, where they'll just have like a visual for like the album cover, which I think is really cool. But at the same time, I was like, I just want to see the album cover because the album cover is so pretty.
Yeah.
And she looks beautiful, and I love that album.
Yeah.
There are times when I feel like I'm dumb and I don't understand.
But I feel like she
Music
does
and
that
stuff
on
like
purpose.
that.
She's weird as fuck.
She's so weird.
She's like
That's okay.
She's like Erica Badu sometimes to me.
Like neo soul
Just
thing, yeah.
super weird black woman. Like, what is happening? I know that you're black, but you're also weird as hell. Where is this coming from?
But it works.
But it works, and she's always been that way.
Yeah.
Like all of her albums, they've all been like.
They've all been very.
They're very her.
Very her. Very pro-black.
Mm-hmm.
And you just have to appreciate that. Like, she puts a lot of hard work into her albums, and like A Seat at the Table is one of my favorite albums of all time. Mm-hmm. I thought it was such a perfect, well-written, well-constructed album. Like, the rollout was nice, and same thing with this. Like, she only did a rollout for like 2 days, and then she announced that she was dropping the album, and I was like, sis,
my edges.
Yes. And I mean, anyone else that I've talked to that they've listened to it, they love it. It's like, even like my white friends, like, they love it. It's just good music.
Yeah.
She has very chill music that you just want to vibe to, like this, like smoke a blunt and just relax and listen to. But it's still important, and I love it. I think she did a good job. Critically acclaimed by me. I'm acclaiming it. It's good. It's very good.
So when I first listened to the album, I was like, whoa, I don't get what's happening. And, but I always knew that she was going to do something like this. Like, she's very, you have to continually listen to it for you to like try to to understand what's happening. Mm-hmm. I still kind of don't even understand what's happening, but like, I really like the flow of the album. When I first listened to it, I was like, this is really messy to me. Like, I don't get how we're going from here to here to here to here. There were some really cool samples that were in the beginning of the song that just like left, and I was like, where are we going, man? But like, I mean, now I really like the album. I've been listening to it over and over again, but definitely I have to be like, if I'm listening to this type of album, I have to be in the mood to listen to this album. Because there's not really a pop, like a
upbeat banger song, you know.
Joint, it's really a slow album, so like, I'd probably be listening to this if I need to focus, or like I need to
clean
like clean my house, you know. But
it's perfect.
It's a really good album.
It's perfect.
I mean, after listening to it several times, I gave it a chance.
Yeah.
You know.
You know,
Unlike
I love
Ariana Grande. I didn't do that, my fault. I'll get into that later.
I love Texas artists. Okay.
Yeah.
They are dope.
Scott, Beyonce, Solange.
Have you heard of Megan Thee Stallion?
Oh yes.
That's my bitch. Megan, if you ever see this, I love you so much.
Love you so
we
much.
love you so much. Texas is, they're shining.
She's lyrically so good. So good.
She's hella fast too.
Yeah, like, and her voice is hard, you know?
Yeah, she goes hard. So if you've never listened to Megan Thee Stallion,
get on it.
You should. Cause like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
She's
really good.
Yeah, I love Texas.
Love Texas artists. We're good on that end.
We don't need to listen to Macklemore, that's for sure.
I can't stop doing this. Like, I was watching Offset eat the barbecue or eating wings, and he was like eating the wings, and then he was like, and now I can't stop doing that. I'm really excited for, it's coming in like 2 days, the No No music video.
Oh yes, Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey. We stand Mariah Carey. I love Mariah Carey. She, after like watching Real World of whatever the thing is, Mariah Carey's,
like her reality show.
Yeah, that shit. Like, I've always been a stan. I mean, like, I've always been a stan since like the Emancipation of Mimi, because that was like the best album that ever came out to me. I feel like
it really is so good.
It's so good. It's so good. She had like 5 number ones, I think. I don't know if it was 5. Maybe I'm lying.
She had 3, but 2 of them were competing with each other. So
who does that?
Like,
oh wait, Ariana Grande.
What kind of stan? Yeah, kind of, like, yeah. I think Ariana was the next one, yeah. And Britney. So, like, Mariah at the time with Emancipation of Mimi, she had Shake It Off. Mm-hmm. Probably the best song of all time. We Belong Together, and it's like that.
All in 1, 2, 3?
Like, I think, well, maybe...
Or 1 and 2, they were fighting.
Yeah, I think Shake It Off and We Belong Together were fighting for number 1.
That's crazy.
Like, imagine having 2 of your songs fighting for number 1 on the Hot 100. Mm-hmm. Like, it doesn't matter which song is number 1 because you're still getting paid anyway. It's still your song. And
that woman, she writes everything too.
She writes everything.
And she always says this too, and I feel like this too. She doesn't get enough credit for it. I mean, that's what her bank account is worth at. She's a net worth of $500 million.
She's so rich. And like, an underrated cut from that album is Say Something with Pharrell and Snoop Dogg. If you guys haven't listened to that, you should. And Get Your Number with Jermaine Dupri.
I hate that song.
What?
Yeah,
what? I love that song.
I love the ones where she's like singing, like what?
True.
Would you be mine again? I can't sing it. I'm not gonna scream like Mariah. But that song, where I can like scream really loud. That song, that's my shit crowd.
Mariah's perfect.
She is perfect, and I'm really excited for that music video. I really hope Cardi B and Lil Kim are going to be in it, like she had said that she's like.
Yeah, they're supposed to do like a remix or something.
Yeah.
And I hope that she does, because that would be so fire.
Yeah.
That album is so good. Like, if you have not listened to Caution by Mariah Carey, you need to listen to it, because it's really, really good.
She brought back R&B.
She did, because there's not one song on that album that I don't like.
Yeah.
There are times with Mariah, even on my favorite albums of hers, that it's like, the song I could do without. Mm-hmm. Every song on this album is good. Every single one. Like, I could listen to it back and forth, and I did for like a month straight. Mm-hmm. It was like the only thing I listened to, like, when it came out. A long time. Like, it was so good. Mm-hmm. And I love that. Like, yeah, no, she doesn't get enough credit. Like, I watched an interview where I think she said when she first left Sony, or no, maybe she was first joining Sony, or I don't know which one it was. Because she had kind of like a bad relationship with Sony after her and the CEO divorced, Tommy Mottola. And like
just a disgusting.
Yeah, like he basically controlled her image the whole time, and that was during like, I think it was during like Daydream and like Vision of Love and all that stuff. Where if you see like pictures of her during that time, she was always covered up, or she wasn't ever like showing her legs, or like she just always looked very
conservative.
Yeah, conservative. And I remember watching an interview with her like after her and they broke up, and she like did her own thing like during Butterfly, and she was like, I was wearing, you know, whatever they wanted me to wear for the longest time, and now look at me. Like I can show my legs off, I can show my arms off. And I think it was after that she left Sony that she was gonna sell her collection, like her music collection, for like $5,000. And so lucky that she didn't do that. Because didn't she get picked up by like Rock Nation? Sure. Or like Jay-Z? I feel like Jay-Z had a big part in like helping her out. And so she's glad that she didn't do that. But her only condition into not selling her music or like making more music with like a new label, she needed full creative control of her music, which I feel like is not
something that would happen
today.
Back in the day.
Yeah, and like
or even now.
Like I just think that is so cool. Like she writes and produces her own music. Like even if you see someone else credited, she's always credited on her own songs. And I think that's so dope. Like I really respect her for that. Because who's doing it like her? The other girls just aren't doing it like her. You know? Like you'll see songs, some of your favorite songs, with 18 different writers on it. That's not a problem, but you can't say that you write your own songs. Yeah. Mariah actually writes her own songs. Yeah. And she has a very good vocabulary. Because sometimes I don't know.
Irregardless, like what? Is that even a word, Mariah?
I don't even understand sometimes.
What's she say?
Irregardless of what transpired. I'm like,
snakes in the grass.
It's time to cut the lawn. Like what? Your penmanship, sis.
A line.
We love her. And the fact that she's also black.
A concept.
We love it. We love her.
Oh, let's get into that. Ooh. So Tamara, I need you to collect your twin, Tia. Right?
No.
Oh, Tia, I need you to collect your twin, Tamara. Because she cannot stop mentioning that she has a white husband. And like, she cannot stop mentioning, she cannot stop victimizing herself as being a black woman with a white man.
Husband, yeah.
And it's like, dude, we don't really
get
give
it.
a fuck.
We get it.
We don't care. We don't care that you're fucking a white man.
We really
don't care. Like, good for you. Nice. It's awesome. Not my cup of tea. But like, we don't care. And right now she's working on making emojis that work on interracial relationships, which is like cool, but like I'm tired of you talking about the white man you're with.
I mean, Tia is married to Corey Hardrick, who's an actor who's black.
Tia, I need you to collect your twin.
Get her.
Please. Gather her. I'm over it.
Taj, too. Taj Mowry should collect his sister, too.
They have another sister?
No. Taj is their brother. You know him. He's from Smart Guy. Taj Mowry. You know him.
I don't know him. Oh. That's why I don't know him. I really don't remember him. But anyways. Oh, he's 5'6"?
Yeah, he's really
short little one.
No, I agree. I like Tia and Tamara. I always have.
Yeah, I think they're
cool. But yeah, just like making it like we get it. You're married to a white man. That's great. Good for you. Why do you feel the need to mention it every time you talk? Like I don't.
It's because like one time they accused her husband of being racist because he was like supporting. He was a reporter on Fox News.
Isn't he a Trump supporter though?
I don't know, and I don't give a fuck either. It's like, dude, like, we don't care. I mean, that maybe you've been attacked for it, but you don't need to, like, we don't care.
You really don't.
I don't care. Can we have someone else the hand of this? Like, I'd rather have another interracial couple. Like, I'd rather have Kim and Kanye than this.
Yeah, because, well, Kim would definitely be ripped to shreds if she was always mentioning the fact that she has a black husband, I really feel like. Yeah. Which is fine. Interracial couples are cool. I feel like, I mean, maybe not me. I feel like I'm in an interracial relationship, but I'm not really, because I'm half. My parents.
You are in an interracial relationship, but you're not the type of person that's going to be like, we're in an interracial relationship. That's what literally, if anytime she can mention it, she's going to mention it, and it's like, we don't care.
I used to feel bad for Tamara because she would always, you know, be told that, or like, I remember this one video, which is like, it's bad because it's like a meme on Twitter now. It was a video of her like crying because people would just come up and say the rudest things to her about being married to her husband, like being married to like a white guy. Like she'd be called like white man's whore, and it's like that's so sad. That's like up. That's really messed up. That's so sad. But now, like, okay, that was like 7 years ago when that interview happened. Like she didn't have kids yet, and she keeps, she just keeps saying like, even on her show like The Real, and she just keeps reiterating that she's married to a white guy, her husband's not racist, blah blah blah. Cool. I'm really happy for you. Like, what do you want us to say about it? Like, what do you, like, I'm not sure.
I'm just over her.
Like, I'm over it. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's horrible that people spew hate.
Yeah, it is awful. I mean.
And that's not even what we're trying to do.
We're trying to tell you to just shut up. That's literally all we're trying to tell you. Just like, keep your mouth shut, and literally no one will give you problems, I feel like. I mean, that's what I think.
And Tamara's biracial. Like, her mom is black and her dad is white.
Yeah.
So she was saying like, oh, I never grew up thinking like, she never grew up thinking like her dad was like a white man. She just thought it was her dad. And I was like, yeah, no shit. Like, your dad's a white man. And you're not going to just think that. Like,
yeah,
he's your dad. I don't know.
Yeah. We don't know.
I'm just over her hearing her talk about it.
Yeah.
It's been going on for a while now. Like, we get it.
We get it, sis.
Just look at it.
That's
all she wrote. Well, I think we got through all of our topics today.
Yes, we did.
I love talking about this shit. Hopefully a lot more interesting stuff happens next week.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we will be following the R. Kelly story for sure.
Yeah, we'll be following that, and what else is there? If there's anything that happens with Jordyn and them.
Mm-hmm. And we'll follow all of it. We always do. Mm-hmm. If anything else happens with the Michael Jackson documentary, which I don't know if it will. I haven't heard.
I haven't
really heard anything. Yeah, but they're not gonna say anything. I feel like the only people that would say something, or the only person that would say something, is LaToya Jackson.
Yeah, she's always messy because she ain't got no talent.
Yeah, she doesn't do anything.
Just runs her mouth.
She just runs her mouth, but also like I don't think she talks to her family.
Yeah.
So I remember watching like this conspiracy theory video about how Michael Jackson was killed by the industry, like it was like a planned murder. Mm-hmm. And not that I don't believe that, because I'm definitely a conspiracy theorist, but LaToya was basically saying like, they killed my brother. They know who they are. Like, she was never really specific with who it was, but she kept saying they. I was like, And
the doctor that like did it.
Yeah. And she also did some interview about how when she was younger, like all the kids were abused. Mm-hmm. So, not saying that anything that Michael did was right. I'm just saying
he did come from like a really hard.
Like he grew up. He had to grow up quickly because he was in the Jackson 5 and like he was making money for the family. Yeah. So, I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But we'll be following all of it.
Yes,
for sure.
We will.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for joining
Please follow us.
Please follow
on
us
Instagram
on our socials.
and Twitter.
Asha said what?
Like, comment, subscribe.
Or Fnan on Instagram.
We'll be back next week. Maybe I'll change it. It's all in the description.
Yeah.
If you ever want to look at it and follow us. We're a lot of fun.
Yeah, we are.
Follow our crazy adventures.
Yeah.
I never post on Instagram, so.
Me either.
But I'm always on Twitter.
Yeah.
Always.
Me too.
All right.
Thanks y'all for watching.
Bye.
Bye. See you in the next one.